All right. I saw this morning when I woke up, my news feed about Sony giving out refunds. Just like they did back when Cyberpunk 2077 was released, which was so fucking bad, riddled with bugs and shit, that Sony basically, against their usual method, shipped out refunds to only those who bought the digital copy, of course, of Cyberpunk 2077. So if you bought it physically, there's nothing they could do. Yeah, so that was amazing. That's how, I mean, if a game has to be that buggy where it's, even Sony caves in to give out refunds is fucking amazing to me. Oh my god. So PlayStation reportedly pulls the Cyberpunk 2077 as Stellar Blade's crisis continues. Yeah, this crisis over this game is absolutely phenomenal. I mean, like, phenomenal in a bad way. It's amazing how I don't want to get ahead of myself. It's just let's just get to this article here. It's a, if you also fell for Eve's, I said EVE. If you also fell for Eve's holiday bunny outfit, claim a refund of your digital copy of Stellar Blade from PlayStation support. Now, some people actually doubt this shit is true. I mean, you of course you could ask for one because you obviously didn't get the game that was promised you in advertisements, which will be uncensored. So yeah, you can ask them for a refund. Like, what the fuck? I didn't get what I need. I didn't get what I expected. You know, it's like if you order a double burger with cheese and everything on it, and you get the double burger without cheese and half of the shit on it. Yeah, you're gonna be upset. You should get a refund, or they should fix it what you want. You know what I'm saying? It's that fucking simple. So this is written by Nilindu. It's published last night. No, it was yesterday. Yeah, it was yesterday morning. So this is Stellar Blade. Here's Eve there on the left. The iconic supermodel protagonist. Summary. PlayStation is refunding all the digital copies of Stellar Blade on the accusation of false marketing from Shift Up. The main changes are reflected in two outfits of Eve, the main protagonist of the game. Yeah, one of them is the bunny suit. And there's another one that was censored as well. The game director was quick to respond to this situation, but has yet to provide any feasible solution. So, let's see what this article is talking about. It says, remember Cyberpunk 2077 at the launch? The current situation with Stellar Blade feels no different. After spending 8 long years in development, when the game finally came out, CD Projekt Red had to refund all the buyers. Yeah, that game took fucking 8 years to develop, and it was as buggy as it was. It's absolutely insane when it finally released. Holy shit! Yes, they patched it up since and all that, and the game was so fucking bad that Sony was pretty much telling you, like, if you trying to buy the game, and you know how to have the description of the game, they will say they will tell you in so many words that you're better off buying on the PS5 as opposed to the PS4. That's what they tell you in so many fucking words. I say this is fucking insane. Why the fuck are you selling on the PS4 too? Why are you doing that? That's how bad the game was. So, it says this open world title, which is Cyberpunk 2077, was one of the most anticipated titles of the time. But when it launched, it was infested with bugs, with a lot of alleged changes after the release. Now it seems Stellar Blade is going to do the same. And yes, I was going to buy that game, but I changed my mind when I was watching all these videos of these people exposing these bugs and shit. It literally made me afraid to buy it, so I lost all interest in it, at least a little interest I had in the game from buying it. And I haven't regained that interest since. Because the article says, however, regarding Stellar Blade, bugs and glitches were never the reason. After being released on April 26, 2024, this action-adventure title is getting high acclaim for its gameplay. Still, PlayStation is giving refunds to all the players who have fallen for the false marketing strategy of Shift Up. Shift Up is the developers behind the game. Some people say it's solely Sony's fault. Some people saying it's Shift Up's fault. I say both of them are to blame. Because if Shift Up had intended to release the game as it was intended to be released uncensored, and Sony came around and said, you know what, we're going to censor your game, man. People complaining. We got some journalists complaining. Shift Up said, okay, well, go ahead and do it. They still to blame. Shift Up is still to blame. Say PlayStation refunds Stellar Blade owners over the claim of false advertisement. Yeah, as you can see here, this is the censored bunny suit. She has like a fucking underneath shirt. Fucking ridiculous, man. Ass looks still fucking hot though. I mean, yeah, let me clarify that. She still looks fucking hot. I'm gonna clarify that. The point is the principle. The point is that they lied to anybody that's bought this game. They lied to you. Even if you're on the fence of who cares? Oh, you just mad, blah, blah, blah. I'm still going to enjoy the game. They lied to your ass too. You were supposed to get an uncensored release just like they advertised, but you didn't get it. And the fact that you're not upset about that is absolutely insane. Because I know damn well I would be. It's ridiculous. The holiday bunny outfit of Eve's and Stellar Blade after the day one patch. This after the patch. Because on the thumbnail of mine, I have the before and after pictures of what she looked like post-lunch and what she ended up looking like. No, what she looked like pre-lunch and what she looks like now post-lunch. Glad I corrected myself. It says, as things stand, if you claim false advertisement as the reason, you will get a refund of the digital copy of Stellar Blade from PlayStation support. What is this false advertisement then? So, like I said, some people actually doubt this. Because PlayStation is really tight with giving refunds and shit like that. I mean, I've read the policy of refunds with PlayStation. They said that you could only get your money back if the game is very, very unplayable, like Cyberpunk 2077 when it first came out. It has to be really bad. But if you buy a digital game and the game is like buggy and all that shit, they might not even give you a refund. They'll tell you, well, you opened the game. You see how I contradicted myself? They claim, no, in fact, you see how Sony contradicted themselves. They claim they will give you a refund if the game is not playable. But at the same time, if you pop in the game that you bought digitally and it's basically not playable, you tell them there's bugs in this motherfucker, I don't want to play this shit, I want my money back. They're not going to give it to you. Because why? Why won't they give it to you? It's because for the simple fact that you started up the game, you booted up the game. That's why they didn't give it to you. Knowing full well that you have to boot up the game and play it in order to experience the bugs in the first place. Ridiculous. Moving on, it says, this comes from an alleged charge in the costume of the main protagonist of the game, Eve, According to fans, before the release of the game, there were a couple of costumes shown as a way of advertising the game. Right. Right. However, due to censorship, Sony made some inexplicable changes to those two costumes. The original design was only seen in the physical version of the game. And that, too, without the day one patch. There it is. There it is. Like I said, the thumbnail that I provided for this video has the before and after bunny suit of hers. And you can definitely see that it was censored. I mean, holy shit. I mean, the only way to fucking play it in its original form is to not have it connect to the internet as you brought to boot the game up. But some people are not going to go through all that hassle every time they're about to play the game. And I don't blame them. I personally wouldn't. I don't want to jump through hoops for one fucking game. You know, I'm not doing it. And plus, on top of that, the balancing is worse. They also corrected the balance with the patch as well. So it's easier to parry and all that shit. So yeah, I mean, like I said, if you want to play it that way, enjoy it. But at the same time, that's the version that we all should have gotten in the first place. So it goes on to say, but if you're using the digital version of the game, you won't be able to witness the promised outfit. Really? These changes were not even present in the pre-release copies of that were sent to reviewers and content creators ahead of the game launch. That's why the controversy has been raised. Yeah, this censorship came with a patch, a day one patch, mind you. So they couldn't wait to fucking censor the costume and lower the blood and change this wall that says hard R. What the fuck, man? Just shit like that. I remember people got pissed with the Tomb Raider trilogy re-release. Laura Croft, she had a couple of provocative pictures in the locker, and people got upset about that. And guess what? They complained, and guess what? Those pictures came back into the game. So yes, your voice does matter. So I hope that a lot of people just get together and just bitch and moan. Complain, be a fucking baby. I don't give a fuck, because you got a right to be a fucking baby, a whining baby, because you were given something that you wasn't promised. You were lied to. Whine to the top of your lungs. Let motherfuckers call you a baby. So fucking what? You don't give the baby they bottle. You don't feed them on time. They gonna cry all fucking night. They're gonna make you suffer until you feed them. It's that simple. Stellar Blade director responds to the situation. It says, amidst the controversy during a Q&A session in the launch show of Stellar Blade, game director Kim Hyung-tae was asked about the situation. When asked about any chance of rolling back, note the word here, rolling back the version before the censorship into the current patch, this is how the director responded. He says, and I quote, understandably, we also recognize about the issue. However, the final costume that we wanted to show you is indeed the costume in version 1.100.2. I want to clarify that is our final product. However, I know this answer is not enough to convince our user, because it's bullshit. There is an internal discussion ongoing regarding this, so I think we'll have a chance to answer this soon. He is a fucking liar. Because if the censored costume or he pretty much calling us crazy. If the censored costume, quote unquote, was the final product that they wanted to show us, then why the fuck during the trailers leading up to the game's release did we see the costume with more skin shown? Which is the bunny costume, for example. He is lying. Lying to all of us. The main changes revolved around the holiday bunny outfit, which after the change includes a black lace around Eve's chest. In another outfit, the main character of the game is now wearing a black stocking. However, there is no change in the bikini costume, which somehow feels explicit and reveals a lot of skin. Yeah, that's what's puzzling about this shit. You know, motherfuckers can say, "Oh well, it's only 2 costumes that they fucked with." So, no, that's not the point. It's the principle. It's the fact that we were lied to. That's the point. I don't see how people don't get it. Players were lied to, man. And yes, it's only about 2 costumes that are fucking censored or tampered with, right? Who's to say that they won't do it to the other ones with another fucking patch released? And then do it some more with another fucking patch. Because I think the director said that in the New Game Plus mode that you could earn up to 25 more costumes. Something like that, he said. Who's to say they won't be censored before you earn them, or they won't, like I said, they won't release a patch to censor it. And I'm going to go even further. They won't even tell you in the patch. Like if you go to the description on what's in the patch, they'll just say some changes, bug fixes, and shit like that. They ain't going to say, "Oh, we censored some more costumes." They might not even fucking tell you in the patch. You want to find out by playing the game. It goes on to say, "That's all from our side. Let us know in the comments if you think the uncensored version of the outfits are coming to Stellar Blade." I hope so, man. That's the least they can do is bring back the uncensored costumes, man. Or better yet, make it optional. So everybody can be fucking happy. Nobody wants to make the shit optional. They just want to make it, here it is. Here's your cake. Enjoy it. You know. Yeah, Triple Bravo said it's the principle of the matter. It's a principle that matters to everywhere, for all place and time. When you are selling an advertised product to your customer in good faith, you are not only earning our money, but you are earning our trust. Go figure. The non-censored vanilla version of Stellar Blade that Shift Up has released that was advertised to the whole world before the costume changes, covering the chest and extra cloth over the hips in the bunny costume, and the gore were completely unnecessary. The aesthetics of these costumes and the gore in the game, as well as the blood stains that cover Eve as she moves through the fountains of blood released by the enemy Nativa, are beautiful in their own right and absolute do not cause any issue, or are they of hindrance to the gameplay present in the game on the PlayStation 5 system. Furthermore, all the people who purchased Stellar Blade, are in accordance with the reality of the situation at present. Stellar Blade is being censored. A rated M game for mature audiences over the age of 18 is being censored by a group of adults that are making decisions for full-grown and mature audiences. Adult men and adult women should not have to be infantilized by a corporate entity that is headed by other adult men and women as to what they are allowed to see in Stellar Blade. We appreciate the hard work that was put into Stellar Blade. It is absolutely stunning what Shift Up has created. We love it. However, we reject censorship in this scenario. And this is grounds for a fucking lawsuit. No question about it. If the fans or the players sued Shift Up and Sony, they will fucking lose. False advertisement should be a fucking crime. There is a company called Playrix. They make mobile games. Every fucking advertisement is bullshit. It looks nothing like the game that you're going to download on your phone. That's false advertisement. Long ago, I made a video ranting about that. And if I remember, I'm going to put it in the description box. So, he made his point. This person says, Lightsaber says, do not refund the game. Cancel your PS subscription. This lets off Sony. It hurts the developer. Anyone with any common sense knows these changes were made because of Sony. This is their way of shifting the blame. That's exactly what I thought when I said Sony's giving out refund. They said, look, it ain't our fault. It's Shift Up's fault. In fact, if you ask me, I really don't give a fuck whose fault it is, because I take that back. The fault is both of them. It's Shift Up and Sony's. It's both their faults. Shift Up allowed this shit. They should have said, no, we're gonna pull our game out. We're gonna pull our game from the store and all that. We're not finna censor all this, Shift Up should have spoke up to them. Not to mention, Shift Up had a game on mobile, because this is their first non-mobile game, by the way. They had a game on mobile where people knows the game was censored. So this ain't the first fucking time this happened. I wonder if they promised fans that before that mobile game came out, it was going to be censored. Whether they did or not, people thought they was going to get an uncensored version of the game here in the U.S., even though it's not censored in Japan or Korea, wherever the, what I'm saying, in the East, right? It was definitely censored over here in the West. So this ain't the first fucking time this shit happened. I mean, the director straight up lied to us. Oh, this is indeed the product we wanted to show. No, it's not. That censorship came in the fucking patch. It came within the patch. It's like if that was in your intent, then why in the fuck, if I boot the game up without the internet, right? I could get the skimpier bunny suit. I can't believe that people overlook what the director just said. He pretty much lied. Lacey says, having bought the digital version, it seems I could get my money back. Okay, but I don't think I'm going to. A, I didn't buy the game based on that outfit. B, I genuinely enjoy the game. And C, there's still far more revealing costumes that make me wish I could play with one hand. D, seems like I be hurting Shift Up more than anything. And he finishes, if I knew for a fact the refund would only screw over Sony, then I'll do it. They're the worst. Now, this goes to my next point. For those of you who are planning on buying this game, if it interests you despite all this shit, buy it. Don't sell yourself short. Don't lock yourself off of possibly playing the best game of your life. Okay? And those who are playing this and enjoying it, and it's not on fucking Twitter or X talking shit like, who cares? Oh, grow up. Grow some balls. Quit whining. And if you're not them people and you enjoy the game, holy shit, play it to your heart's content. Enjoy the fuck out of it. But note this. Players were lied to. And there's no change in that. And something's got to give. True developers can do what they want. It's their game. Yes, of course they can do what the fuck they want to do with the game. But they cannot be lying to their consumers. The developers of Mass Effect lied to their consumers, talking about the end is going to be satisfactory. The end is going to show everything you did leading up to the third game. The ending was abysmal at best. When people finally got there, it was a slap in the face. And plus, all the endings look fucking similar. It was a slap in the face of all those who spent hours on the first game, hours on the second game, to end up playing more hours on the third game, to get abysmal, dumbass, weak-ass ending. But guess what? Guess what they did, the developers? Guess what they fucking did? They released a DLC expansion that extends the ending. And you didn't have to pay a dime for it. All you needed was a PSN account. Just download the shit. That's all you had to do. So they knew they fucked up. That's, oh shit, yeah. Damn, people are fucking pissed. Oh well. Yeah, we should be mad because you promised us an ending that the game showed us. You promised us an ending that we didn't get. That's what I'm saying. So they added expansion to it, you know, as an apology. Which they were obligated to do. Because you don't promise something and then fucking do the opposite. And the fact that you develop and you spent blood, sweat, and tears over the game, and you did this and that and the third, you spend away from family developing the game, so you wrote the story, and all that shit, that doesn't give you the right to lie to your consumers, man. It just don't. Hell, you wouldn't like it if the shoe was on the other foot. Jason says, this feels like an April Fool's joke that came about 4 weeks too late. Small tweaks to a couple of outfits out of apparently dozens is not a controversy. Many of the outfits have plenty of cleavage and skin revealed somewhere if that's your reason of buying the game. Seriously though, I can't believe they would actually refund over this. There is no principle involved. It's just silly. I wish it was an April Fool's joke, but it's not. Like I said, if they can do it to 2 costumes, they could definitely do it. They could definitely censor out more of them. Who's to say they won't do it? That's the point. And there's another part here, since we're done with the article. I'm going to read them more comments. There's a Twitter post I'd like to share here. Posted some time ago, it's 4 days ago, in fact. Fighting Cowboy says, now that we have direct confirmation that it was a redesign, watch the narrative shift to Sony force them to destroy that. To say that. Or to do that. Yeah, why wouldn't somebody think that Sony forced them to say that shit? That it was the intended design. Why wouldn't somebody think that? People love to shout about respect the dev's vision. Okay, this says here, from Gamer Thumb TV, he says, take this for what you will. Some will accept this, some won't. According to the Stellar Blade dev, the final version of the outfit are the ones in the update. This is also stupid. Yes, it's stupid to what he said. It is stupid. Because it's not true. Ochoa says, what's interesting too is that, as Fighting Cowboy has pointed out, there are other outfits in the game that are just as or even more risque than the outfits claimed to have been censored that have remained untouched. Again, missing a principle about this shit. He's missing a whole fucking point. Gamer Thumb replies, right. Sounds like it was an artistic decision for those specific outfits. People can speculate on the why all day. It's just not a big deal. It is a big deal. That's why they fucking censored them in the first place. It's a big fucking deal. It's funny how these people on here talk about what's the big deal to players that care and are upset that they were been lied to. And when in reality, it was a big fucking deal, because if it wasn't, they wouldn't have touched the outfits in the first place. They wouldn't have censored them. Ozzy's Game Room says, I'm missing something here. What exactly is the problem? Yeah, you're missing a lot, sir. You're missing a lot. See, what is the problem? I wonder what it is. I think I forgot. Ozzy, can you remind me? Maybe Gamer Thumb can remind what the problem is. Gamer Thumb sighs. He says, it's really not a big deal. People are mad because the dev said the game is uncensored. There was a day one update that changed some outfits. Now people are screaming censorship. The developer says that's the final version of the outfits. I guess I found out what the problem is. It was only 2 of them out of 25 plus outfits. All the other ones are fine, so what are you complaining about? Oh, they said the game was going to be uncensored on release? Oh, come on. Stop whining. It's just 2 of them. Come on. Just enjoy the game. Okay, so moving on. Mark Fox says, I love this guy, and you're going to find out why. Shift Up promised us no censorship. They showed outfits prior to release. They then censored those outfits at the time of release so that they did not look like the advertised outfits. That's the issue. False advertisement and dishonesty. No one should defend that kind of corporate. Hold on. No one should defend that kind of corporate behavior. I hit the like button on that and I said, well said. You don't lie to your customers. That's the fucking point. And did Gamer Thumb reply to that? No. I wonder why. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. It's not a big fucking deal. So, that's the end of this vlog. And thank you so much for watching, listening. And those are my thoughts on the Celebrate situation. And another thing, let me give you some advice. If you ever contact Sony or Shift Up, be polite. Be respectful. Don't scream at them. Don't type in all caps. Don't cuss them out. Don't call them names, because your voice will not be heard if you do so. Thank you. And with that being said, this is why Chromosome signed the fuck out. Peace and love. Good health to you all, and be safe out there. Peace. I'm out.